A motorcyclist was hit last night after a vehicle ran this stop sign. The driver fled the scene and the motorcyclist was taken to UF Shands with life-threatening injuries. Rupert here is a 9-month-old dachshund living his paradise at an Ocala horse farm. Just by looking at him, you would never be able to tell his story. Just about a month ago, Rupert was run over by a golf cart and died. Came back to life 3 times. Here at the 4th Avenue Food Market in downtown Gainesville, there's a new restaurant that experiments with tons of flavors, and it's called Fehrenbacher's Artisan Sausages. Sidney Lanier Center is a school for students with physical, emotional, and intellectual disabilities. Some students at this school struggle to find happiness in their everyday lives, and a Sidney Lanier teacher says the garden changes their perspective on everything.
A joy, a fulfillment of just seeing something happening, of something that I could do. I did this, I made this happen.
The garden is not only for the kids who are physically capable, but for anyone who wants to lend a hand.
You might just want to work in the classroom and sweep. You might just want to work on the measurements. You might just want to find different things that we could try. There's always something that you can find that you can do. There's always something that you can contribute.
Numerous individuals have given donations for the garden, including teachers, members from the community, and even students. Sidney Lanier student Lennox Nunley says he's not the only one who finds joy in the garden.
I can tell some students like it, most students that come in the garden love it.
The garden is used for growing crops and also serves as a learning tool. The entire school works together to maintain the garden while learning a foundation of responsibility.
I like working in the garden because it gives me something to do, something to look forward to every day.
With more funding, the students at Sidney Lanier hope to add more crops to their garden. Kiana Robinson, WUFT News. The teacher shortage within the education system is not only a local or state issue, but a nationwide problem. Caitlin Benson is a certified teacher employed by Duval Early Learning Academy in Gainesville. Benson says after long hours of studying for her teacher certification, she's permitted to teach kindergarten through 6th grade. But after not passing the written portion of the general knowledge test, she still needs to retake it.
It's extremely hard. It's questions you don't even use on a day-to-day basis. It has nothing to do with my ability to teach or anything that you teach in your classroom.
Benson says she sees a lack of pay and support from administrators, districts, and parents. But at the end of the day, the hard work and sacrifices she makes are rewarding.
But you're making a difference, and at the end of the day, you're not always teaching ABCs or 1, 2, 3. Some days you're teaching a lot of home life skills and dealing with a lot of different personalities, and you may be what that student needs and not realize it.
Purvis says the shortage involves general education teachers, but also the shortage is mainly with teachers who specialize in training physical and mentally disabled students through the Exceptional Student Education Program.
We need qualified instructors in front of our students. And one of your questions was, what are some of the factors? Well, there's never really one factor. It's always a lot of factors.
Purvis says the governor of Florida is working on distributing the certificates to teachers who have passed their test.
There's a huge 6-month backlog on people that we hired back in August that are still don't have their certification issued to them, so they're addressing that from the state's issue.
Taylor says although she's not yet certified, she does hear teachers at the school speak of the problems within the classrooms.
I don't see a whole lot of parent involvement in this school. I do hear teachers talk about their struggles at this school, so I am aware that there are issues.
Not all students have the same learning ability, and with the internship she has completed and is currently completing, allow her to be well trained to handle each student appropriately.
Going into a classroom, you are going to have a very wide range of students, either ability-wise, background-wise, and so getting certified gets you that extra experience to be able to help meet everyone's needs.
The value of a good education goes further than the school children attend or how much they study. Schools desperately need teachers, and teachers desperately need the school system to work harder on their certification process. Recently crowned Miss University of Florida, Lexi Leitman is a junior studying elementary education. In addition to teaching, Leitman says her Gator spirit and passion to serve the community are what makes her happy.
Being Miss UF means that I get to be a role model, and I also get to be a representation of this university, and I get to serve the Gainesville community.
Lietman volunteers by participating in campus events and spending time at the Ronald McDonald House and other service hotspots. And seeing the hardships parents and their children face compels Lietman to leave them with a little positivity.
Something that I set for children to see is just to always be determined and not give up, because I think that's something that's so important.
Pageant Community Service Director Lexi Seidel says participating in organizations like pageants are a great way to get the community together and make a difference.
You can get involved in organizations or groups that have the potential to just impact so many more people than you would be able to do on your own.
Seidel says all organizations appreciate the help of volunteers.
Volunteers are always needed, whether it's volunteering at a homeless shelter or volunteering at the Humane Society or even volunteering at nonprofits that you've never even heard of.
The participation of pageants in the community displays the importance of involvement in serving others. Kiana Robinson, WUFT News.